Hi guys, this is Jess. Before I start the reading, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm away from my studio, so I do not have the ability to video record, so I'm audio recording for now. Don't know how long it'll be, but hopefully you guys can get the message nonetheless. For those of you who are new, this is not the normal setup, but it is a temporary thing, and welcome. And for those of you who have been here for some time, you already know how it goes, so let's get into the reading. We're going to look at each sign and see what's happening now and what's coming up for you guys. Do keep in mind it's a general read, and so just sit back and enjoy the ride, and let me know if you want to share in the comment section below how this relates to you. So without further ado, let's look at the reading, starting with Aries. Aries, some of you are really in your head over some type of strife, fallout, discord, or issue that's on your mind pretty heavy. Now, for some of you, this could be work related. It could also be money related. And you may even have to be someone that you're standing up for another person. You're coming in to help someone is what it looks like to me. If this is money related, some of you, even though you may have been stressed out or it may have created some stress between you, another person, and you may feel to some extent that you have to do it alone, or you're always the person called to help on your own. What you will realize in time is that it's a blessing in disguise. You having to do this alone, this kind of fallout and some type of issue will make you see the realization of what really is going on here. It's a process. It's going to take time. I see 5 weeks to 5 months time that you will start to realize your ultimate calling, and why you're the person that's having to be the only one to do something, or you have to do it on your own. So even though it may be very frustrating at this time, you may get over it pretty quickly, or it may appear like you're getting over it pretty quickly. You may swoop in, help someone, even though to some people they may not deserve the help. But you're going to swoop in and you're going to help. If this is about a business or a job situation and there has been some discord, you're starting to realize that you'll be better off on your own, or going at it alone, or handling situations in a different sort of way. You're in a great place, but in time you'll be in a better place. But right now it may not feel so good in the moment, and you may also feel like you're again doing it alone. But if anyone can handle something on their own, it is you, Aries. So just know that in time this is all going to be pretty much like a blip in the past, and there will be success and a deep knowing more of yourself and what you're capable of, what you're willing to do, and who you are, not just now but who you're becoming in the future. So I kind of like it, in the future. It looks really good for you guys, one step at a time. And for some of you, there could be someone that's coming in to swoop down and help you as well. And this person is going to be kind of like a teacher to show you that you can do it on your own. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again and be successful the next go around. Even though that doesn't sound like an Aries, for some of you, that could be the case. That's what I have for Aries. Now let's look at Taurus. Taurus. Well, for some of you guys, I see right now it's really about career, business, a relationship, deciding to align with something and some form of an institution. And some of you may be making some adjustments in that area. You could be looking at your relationship. There could be a relationship that's on offer here, or a potential for one. Now, I have to tell you, if any of you are out there kind of opening your heart again, you may be nervous about this and may not feel the most comfortable. You may feel like it came out of nowhere, or it may require something of you that you are having a hard time kind of giving up. And you may look at it like you really can't trust someone or something. I do see that that's going to be a huge turnaround. If there's a relationship here where it's been problematic, things will get better. If some of you have been looking to improve your home or make moves on a home, I see that happening. It's going to take work. This is not something, because it's ebbs and flow here. So you could be going, you may feel like it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, but you have to keep going, keep trekking, because you're going, I want to say around Leo season is when you start to really see the strides and see your hard work paying off. You start to make the changes, and all the changes start to make sense, even though you're a bit apprehensive or you don't trust things that much, is what it looks like to me. Prayer, Yes, your prayers will be answered and you will get to your place of success. Although, like I said, it may something right now or in the near future may kind of be off-putting to you. For some of you, you may feel like whatever you're doing, it's just not going to pan out or you no longer want it. Again, you're going to get your stride again and you're going to get yourself back out there. And you're not going to give up until it happens, or someone isn't going to give up on you until they make it happen. So it could be you, it could be them. If it's them, then you're not so much trusting it. You're a bit apprehensive, or you may to some extent feel like it's all on you to do, and someone is kind of like not into it either. It's one of the two. But either way you look at it, I do see success coming out of it. And I do see this, whatever this is, it has long-term potential and it's all going to work out down the line. And I say, oh, it's going to work out, right? It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, but it will be a good outcome. It does require work. It does require consistency, and it requires your head being in the game for that long period of time. And even though I do see that ebb and flow, you're in it, you're not in it, you're in it, you're not in it, don't worry, because the moves that you're going to be making is going to kind of solidify whatever this is. And I can't even tell you what it is because it's so general. The cards are so general right now. It doesn't really speak of anything specific. And what are those cards, right? Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, Four of Cups, right? So those are more general energy cards. And you here with this Nine of Wands saying that you're not so sure about it, you don't trust it, or you're just kind of tired, right? You're tired. You want it to be done already. You want to be there already. You want to have it done already. But just keep going. Don't give up. And I don't see you giving up, or I don't see someone giving up on you. And that's going to be the saving grace, because things are going to work out down the line. So congratulations, Taurus, for whatever this is. You'll see the blessing coming down the line. That's what I have for Taurus. Now let's look at Gemini. Gemini, well, if any of you are recently single or taking a break from someone, enjoy it while it lasts, because you'll be back together with a person. Okay, you're coming back together with someone. Right now, some of you could be here, there, everywhere, right? You're going out, you're doing your thing, you're out there having a good time, maybe not a long time, and you're really, really enjoying yourself. Be careful. There may be a lot of things that you do not really see clearly at this time, okay? Seven of Cups here. It can be very challenging to see what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, and what may be problematic down the line. I want to pull one card, though. It's going to be all good. It could also be your vices or your indulgence. Happy birthday, Geminis. It's your birthday out there. So there may be a lot of things to choose from, people, places, things, that sort of thing. And your indulgence could be a bit challenging for you somewhere down the line. I want to say a month to 2 months down the line. So please be careful with what you are putting in your system, specifically what you're spending. Like if you're just out there spending your money, if people are spending it on you, that's one thing. If you're spending your money, be very careful, because you're going to have to recoup down the line, or whatever's going on now that you're kind of wanting it all. Be careful, because again, that could be a little bit challenging down the line. But I also see it, you're going to do what needs to be done to reconcile it. So if you do blow some money, I see you coming back around and making it happen. Now, there's going to be some man showing up here secretly. You may have your eye on him, you. I'm not getting too deep into it. What is this about? Oh, so this is some of you, okay, so some of you who are recently, and this may not even be so recent, but there is a past person who secretly you still miss, you care about, you are heartbroken about, or you miss them. There's distance, or again, like I said, the breakup could be very challenging. Now, you've been very strong, or he has with you. I get a male energy very strong here, very prominent. This is someone who is very stuck in their way, who's very dominating, who's very controlling within themselves as well as with others. But there's a sense of some of you looking into this person. If you're a Gemini woman, this woman could be looking into this man, getting tarot readings, pulling cards yourself, that sort of thing. And there is hurt and pain, okay? He may have felt like he had to cut it off because there was a lot of stress. He has been healing. And he remembers the times He remembered what she said to him. He remembered what was said and how she cut him off, that sort of thing. And so now he may feel a little distrusting. I have to say that he may feel a little distrusting. And at times he goes to this ebb and flow. I don't care how strong this man is. I don't care how, comfortable he is in his own skin and being on his own and that sort of thing. It has affected his work. It has affected him throughout the course of time. And I get like an 8-month period. It could be a rough 8 days. But an 8-month period for some of you where this person has felt like, it changed course. Does he still have feelings? Yes, to some extent. Is he going to say anything? Probably not. This woman may have to be the one to step up. But I do see quietly and in time there's going to be some thoughts about someone who's also thinking about you as well, or vice versa. That sort of thing. Just depends on if you're the man or woman. You're going to put your foot down. I do see someone watching you or you watching someone. So be very careful about doing anything that is unethical, because you will get found out. Okay, you will get found out. And I also see you getting back on track, Geminis, with working and getting back on track with your work and the work that you need to do, and coming up with some real clever ways in which to work. You may be taking some inspiration, let's call it that. Okay, you may be inspired by others and taking what you see from them and kind of making some money off of it, and that wouldn't be a bad thing either. Some of you are learning how to work smarter and not so hard, and I also see it being very easy, and I mean extremely easy, to catch people in a lie. To catch people out there. Like if you just pay attention, you're going to be catching people doing all kind of things, up to all kind of things, as can someone you. But I also see an opportunity to find where the money is, to find the right way to kind of strategize and manipulate your way to making more money and positioning yourself in those places so that more can come to you. You're in a pretty good place outside of this love situation that could be a little bit throwing you off, but you even keep that secret, you keep that hidden and to yourself, and even that you're getting control over. So I don't know, not a bad time for you, Gems. Not a bad time for you. That's what I have for Geminis. Now let's look at Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. Okay, so there's some layoffs coming where you're working, and some of you actually can gain opportunity, a job, a position, because there were layoffs, and you've gained someone's position that they've let go. So just keep that in mind. There could be some layoffs. And I mean, it could come really quickly, where it's like there's no job for you to come back to. However, there's a caveat. I'm going to get to that in a minute. You may be feeling right now like you're in your head quite a bit. You may be thinking about someone. There could be a man heavy on your mind. There could be overall thinking about your next moves as far as success. Some of you have to kind of wait some things out. So life is not all in your control. It is very, very karmically set up because you have a lot of heavy hitters here. And so there's a need for you to be strong. And for some of you, even you ladies, you are taking a very strong authoritative stance here. Now, for some of you, it could very well just be a man in your life. Could be your husband, ex-husband, soon to be ex, that sort of thing. And there's this huge thought process about where you are, where you're going in a situation. And for some of you, this certainly could speak to a breakup in love, going your separate ways, and you are feeling the effects of that. It's going to kind of, whether this is love, work, career, your personal life, whatever this is, you've been keeping a lot into yourself. And you've had to kind of deal with some form of an authority, whether it be you becoming the authority or dealing with an authority figure, dealing with the authority. Hopefully not, right? That being said, within a couple of weeks, you are going to feel the pressures of this, and it's all going to be mental. Now, for some of you, the more you get out there and start making things happen, you may get some no's. You may get some, you may be met with some challenges. I want to say that, right? But that's not going to stop you. It's not going to stop you, because you're going to keep going. And if you keep going, you're going to get past the no's, past the disappointments, and you're going to get to the place where you need to be. Because as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a karmic time for you, okay? So all of this is by design. It's not a coincidence, right? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and keep that in mind. That being said, I want to also tell you this, Cancer. Yes, you do have the strength the ability, the capability to do it all on your own. It's one step at a time. Also, see, someone could be coming in kind of wanting you to do something, right? I get fire energy very strong here, and you're like the third sign. I think that fire was really prominent here. So right now, life is going to be moving you, whether it be you moving or people coming into your life and moving you forward closer to your destiny. And this is all going to bring you more confidence, more understanding, and it's going to make you realize where you need to go. Now, I know this all sounds general, right? And that's because it really is. Everyone's cards right now is pretty general. It's not really focusing on one single thing, but I do see a heavy contemplation and in deep, deep thought. And the good thing about being in this contemplative state is that you come out with a better knowing and a more wiser direction and a more wiser outlook on life. So even if you are going through some unexpected disappointments and pains and even separations or severances, I see all of that could be possible. It is kind of going to push you forward in a new space that brings confidence, clarity, understanding, and it starts to move you in a place that probably you didn't think that you were going to be. Yeah. And for some of you, it is dealing with, some of you are going to find out you're pregnant. Somebody may tell you that they're pregnant. This is a labor of love, whatever this is going to be. And I'm not going to lie to you, it will be peaks and valleys with this situation, whether it be, okay, giving your heart to someone after you're going through a divorce or a separation. It's pretty major, but then love kind of comes your way again, and you're kind of giving into that 6-month period I see here. For others of you, it could very well speak to just overall life circumstances that's kind of moving you in a place that you probably prayed for, you probably wanted, but didn't expect. You know how they say, well, just pray about it and just let it go and just go on. Some of you did that, and now it's happening. You're like, well, but there, you may not have a plan. There may be no rhyme or reason, or the plan that you thought would happen is chucking that, and it's like you just have to kind of a la carte. You have to do it. It's coming to you. It's like a one day at a time thing, but it's still, all roads still will lead to success, and your prayers to some extent being answered, even though for some reason, for some of you, it could be a hard pill to swallow. And I really can't tell you why that is. So a lot of things kind of going on. Some of you Cancer men kind of miss a woman. I get a fire sign woman. A woman could be thrust into your life. I get a heavy Leo energy, but it could be any fire sign. She doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could just be a fiery individual. And that, again, is whoever this is, whether it be if someone's coming into your life, man or woman, they're coming in to pull you out of your head and get you physically active so that you'll be moving ahead. So do expect someone coming and grabbing you, like, let's go. Or, and then things start to kind of cook up and start happening for you. So again, exciting times. Again, very general, but the future, the path that you're heading looks really good and exciting. That's what I have for Cancers. Now let's look at Leo. Leo, congratulations. Some of you are going to get a new car. You may have to have a new car, but change is coming here. Now, some of you are just trying to keep the balls in the air. Money could be a little bit funny. You may have a decision to make, or you're trying to do a lot. Okay, you're having to do a lot, but you're honestly, you are so hopeful. And you may pray a lot, and you would be good to pray. If you feel like life is just out of control, prayer will take you everywhere. And others of you, you may default to prayer, and that's a really great thing. Or you may just be a very optimistic person and know that this too shall pass, because it will. If there is someone else that has to make a decision and you're waiting on it, I do see you praying for a positive outcome. Now, I do see you're going to start to feel like you're putting your foot down, or someone could be putting their foot down when it comes to you. And there's some changes that's going to be made. However, whatever has been going on, and you may have been, burning the midnight oil, or stretching yourself too thin, that's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. For some of you, you've been away from home, you're coming home, or if someone's been away from you, they're coming home. This could be a time when you guys are going to have a lot of fun with you and your mate. So it's going to be fun to be had, not necessarily just all focusing on work, because I do see work being huge focus, and that brings a lot of success. But there's going to be some time where you guys are changing. Love and excitement and fun and all that fifth house stuff, all that Leo stuff is going to start to be more of your jam and more what you want to happen in your life. Now, I do have to say, and I want to clarify this. If you're okay, you are probably going to get a new car. Some of you may propose to someone, or someone could propose to you straight away out of nowhere. Like someone could just come to you and propose something to you, want to be with you, want to spend time with you, want to take you on a trip. So do kind of be flexible, because you'll be surprised. I also see if you take vacation, some time off, you may get a little bit of kickback from that, but you're doing it no matter what. Like, I don't give a damn. Me and my mate, this is what we have planned. It's that type of thing. So some of you, there could be some kickback. And there could be someone wanting you to stay when you may feel like you have to go. There could be you having to choose someone over another. I do see that. And I also get a lot of traveling, going here and doing things and having a really great time. Again, it could be something that comes upon you where your mate, someone that you know, just ups and change on you out of nowhere. And they may take a trip or travel and that sort of thing. You may not be too happy about that. But whatever this is, you have no control over it. And I feel like whoever is trying to stop the other person from going somewhere, doing something, they won't have any control over it either. So kind of like you have to just sit back and enjoy the ride. I feel like you're going to be okay either way. Life is coming and calling you. There's some successes coming your way. There's happy times. People are paying attention to you. Your rise could be here now. Your star may be getting brighter, and you will kind of see some haters out there because they don't like that you're headed towards success, you're headed toward victory, or you're very happy, or you're in a really great place, while this person may not be in such a place. So if you have been in dire straits, of really stressed out, or just overworking, or just really hard to make a decision, never fret, because you do have things coming up, and it looks like it's gonna work on, it's working for you. You have blessings coming your way, and things are really going to start to work for you. You'll have something to celebrate. You'll have some place to go, travel, that sort of thing. And it would be a really great time to do so. Again, outside of someone being a hater, or someone, they may have a reason to stop you and say, hey, you can't do ... but you're going to still find a way around it. You're still going to do what you need to do. That's just what it's You're still going to find a way around it and do what you need to do. Happiness is calling. Then do be open to travel, change of plans, seeing someone. And if you're dating someone, you just may be proposed to in some kind of way. Hopefully it's not a marriage like overnight. That's crazy. But do expect for someone to come see you. Hey, you want to go here, do that, this sort of thing. Whether it's new, old, whatever, I just see opportunities to kind of have fun. Let your hair down and kind of enjoy yourself is what I see for Leos. That's what I have for you guys. Now let's look at Virgo. Virgo. Well, if you watched your yearly, then you would know exactly what's coming up. You would have known what was coming for you this year. Now, I do have some interesting stuff. I don't know exactly what's been going on with you guys because I've been out of the loop. You guys know that. But it says you can't trust this person, and your cards are backing it up. The cards are 100% backing up the fact that you cannot trust someone. And I feel like right now, guys, we're in such a karmic space that come hell or high water, your life is about to change for everyone. I don't know if any of you are feeling that already, but what is some things here that cannot be denied or ignored. Right now, you may feel heartbreak, pain, betrayal. Something is ending, and you may feel like it's ending for the worse. My condolences if anyone has passed away or life has taken a turn for the worse for you. You're feeling like you're going to try to make something right, but you may have a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of worry about this. Now, for some of you, I have to tell you, this is some form of a partnership, a one-to-one partnership that you are going to discover something. You may have already felt it, sensed it, and you are no longer going to be able to ignore it. Just know that you will no longer be able to ignore whatever this is. It is going to stress you out. It's going to be on your mind heavy. This could be a pattern that you've seen already with someone and it's rearing its ugly head, but this time it's coming up where it cannot be denied ignored, and a decision is going to have to be made. If you feel like well, damn it, I did it again. How the hell? I'm so dumb. Why did I fall for this? Don't do that. All of this is for your growth. And see it that way. This is part of your evolution and growing, and that's what this is. Some of you also could be kind of peekabooing and being a witness to someone's stress, demise, some end. So it may not even be affecting you, even though I do feel like it's kind of going to affect you to some extent. You may be a part of it. So you may be a part of some type of third party, outside person type of thing that turns out that you're a witness to, but you may be the one putting your foot down and having expectations and keeping a close eye that someone is actually doing what they say they're supposed to do. So there's a lot of stresses here, and you just may feel overwhelmed and caged and like things aren't. There's a lot in your mind. You may feel like money is not good. You're missing someone. Family could be a little bit of a challenge for you, but it gets better. I couldn't just leave you guys like that. It's going to get better unless, I want to say, in a month's time, it gets better for us. Some of you, it won't be until September, your birthday season. Others of you, it's going to be within a month's time where things get better. And for some of you, just really feel alone. You may really feel alone and outcast, and you may feel like it's just some things are just constantly on your mind and on your mind and on your mind. And it could have something to do with family. It could have something to do with other things. I get that it's either you're a witness to it, like you can see all of this disaster happening, and you have to be a part of it. And it's not something you kind of want to be, but you kind of have to. But then once you and others, or just you, take care of whatever this is, you'll be better for it. For others of you that it actually is affecting you personally, it's going to be very stressful. It will. It's going to be all mental. It's going to be very stressful. But even you guys will find yourself out of the situation. I want to say, like I said, like for some of you, this may have gone on for quite some time, but you have like a month, less than a month's time, where things start to really get back in alignment, guys. I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. I don't like this for Virgos. And it's all mental. So if you could find some way to get in a healthier mental space for yourself, and for some of you, a lot of it has to do with money, because now you and a partnership is ending, and now it's like, well, now the money is funny. Now money is challenging for me. And that's kind of what you have to kind of deal with, honestly. Really have to deal with the fact of this transition. But even in that, I'm here to tell you, it's going to work it's going to work out. Okay, you're going to get what you deserve, and everything is going to be righted, if that makes sense. And there's going to be a balance, and there's a problem, wherever this problem is coming from, you're going to be moved karmically for it to be right and for it to be back in balance. So you will see that this situation, albeit very stressful, it was kind of worth it to get to the place that you are now. Okay, guys, I think I messed up my earpiece. I don't know what I just did. Okay, I'm trying to get it back. So that's what I have for Virgos. Now let's look at Libra. Well, so there's a loss. I do see. My condolences if anyone has passed away. Your cards kind of do indicate some major change, shift, unexpected. It could be some form of transitioning or passing. So my condolences. But there's a loss, or something that may even come across a bit unforeseen and I can't think of the word. Unfortunate. You have a decision to make. For some of you, it could be really difficult because you may have a strong tie and connection to a particular person. And I do feel like for some of you, a lot of it has to do with partnership and you choosing your independence and your freedom from whatever this is versus staying in it and kind of feeling tied and tethered to the situation. So there could be some hard decisions that needs to be made, but I do feel like you're going to have to make them ultimately. And if this is some type of partnership, again, I get that really strongly, whether it be business or otherwise, love, that sort of thing, family, any type of partnership. This could be you kind of letting go of a couple of people, and what you're going to start realizing within now up to the next 3 years, but the next, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 years, could constantly be a reminder that your independence, meaning you, yourself, and relying on you, yourself. And I've had this kind of talks with our Libras many times, it is going to be more comforting to you. You may have a couple of haters, like people who really are out. I don't want to make it so dire, out to get you, but people who really are hating on you and really don't have your best interests at heart. They may just always feel like everything just falls in alignment with you, everything, and they may have a reason to gripe. I don't know, but I do know that things start working in your favor. I do know that 2.5 weeks, the 2 months, you can see things leveling out and things really start to work in your favor again, and you're happier for it. So whatever harsh decisions that need to be made, hard decisions that need to be made, or you trying to juggle and keep all the balls up, just keep them going, because it's all going to be good, and you're going to be really happy in the end, because you're going to be getting what you want. Life is just ebbing and flowing right now. Life is changing for you. And it's not the most comfortable. And when change comes and we don't invite it, it can put us in a place of like, uncertainty, right? And that's kind of what's happening for you. But I kind of see Libras taking it in stride and making it happen in spite of maybe having those fears privately. I get private fears and private concerns when keeping it to yourself, but keeping all the balls in the air. And no one really understands your plight and what you're going through. But aside from that, it's all going to still work in your favor. You're going to have this uncanny ability to work with others, around others, even in spite of the fact that you may be fully aware that you can't trust them, that they don't mean you any good, and they don't have your best interest at heart. It doesn't matter, because you have your best interest at heart, and you're capable to do everything on your own, unlike the people that are hating on you. Wow, who are these people, Libra? Hate on haters, I guess, right? That's what I have for Libras. Now let's get into Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio, watch your diet. Some of you need to get a screening. Some of you need to get a check, or some of you just need to really change your diet and change your habit, or incorporate some more healthier regimen into your diet and into your habit overall. Now, there's someone here who wants to call, but something keeps telling them not. So basically, I guess someone misses you, and it's so funny. So some of you have a job, I heard a home. So a job or home, or love or children, who are kind of a focus right now. Okay. And there's you may be feeling very nostalgic. You could be meeting up with new people, familiar people that seems like new people that may have a familiar feel, or familiar people you haven't seen for quite some time. This could also bring back a lot of unsettled and unresolved situations in your life could be coming back. But I do like the fact that either you're feeling very stable, or someone's coming into your life to really create stability in your life. I do see that. Now, there is going to be stresses for some of you, stresses around money. Let me see what the stress is about. I get a fire sign woman here too, but okay, about the decisions that you're making and the paths that you're taking. For some of you, you may be questioning, will it all work out? Are you going in the right direction? Should you be doing this? Because life right now, for some of you Scorpios that I'm picking up on, have decisions to make regarding whatever these decisions are. They're major, right? And they're kind of they're life changing to some extent. And so you're not so sure if you're making the right decisions, but you will have some positive outcomes based upon these actions that you're making. It's karmically designed for you to get up and get out and go. Whether someone's going to get up and come to you, there could be a child or children that come to you. I get children be a major theme here, or you getting back to your childhood and your youthful place within self. This could also just speak to putting a lot of energy and effort and work into things and kind of seeing the fun around it, or it being fun and exciting. These are new things that's going to be moving you, like new things is going to be coming up. And you have to go here, you got to do this, and you got to do that. And let me tell you one thing, Scorpio, and this is what I love so much about your reading. Whatever the stress is, whatever's on your head a lot, it's there, but understand that is just the normal progression to you moving forward, right? Because it's just uncertainty. But do know you are going to get, when I say focus, I mean laser sharp focused at what it is that you want, what it is you deserve, and you're not going to let up Now, you do know that the nodes are turning from Scorpio, your sign, Taurus, to Aries and Libra. And I believe it's July 19th. And watch the change in your energy, because Aries is in your sixth house. And your sixth house is every day. All the little things you do. You go to work, you brush your teeth, you clean your home, you take a drive, you go grocery shopping. All the things that you do, that's your sixth house. And Aries is going to be there. So you're going to start to become, you're going to get up, boom, I'm doing this. I'm going here. I'm taking care of this. You're going to be serious about your life. For some of you, and I feel like it's a very small percentage of you, there's a man that's going to come in your life. Whether you're a Scorpio man or woman, a man is going to come into your life, and he is going to be that catalyst that shows you this is how you do it, and this is what you're going to do, that sort of thing. But this person may already be in your energy. You have help. You don't have to do everything on your own. You have someone who's there, who's able to support you. They may look at you and feel like you're very green or they wouldn't do it that way, because this is an earth sign. So whoever this person is, they're an earth sign. And for some of you Scorpios, you're coming from a very rooted, grounded, I take my time, I don't really rush things, I don't take big gambles, I'm a sure shot type of a person too. I'm just out here doing all kind of shit, like I'm just out here taking a chance here, doing this here, going there. But in doing all of that, you find there's money in all of this, and then you start to refine it, right? It starts to become more refined, and then you start to put in that work to make whatever these things that I'm solidifying this. That's when you start to put the work in to solidify. You also, for on another spectrum, love, right? So there could be someone who you just swoop down into their life, or they could swoop into your life during a crisis time, right? So either you or them is going through some type of crisis at this time when someone comes in. But whoever this man is, you have to be careful, because this man is his own person. He's not going to allow someone to change who he is, what he has going on, and how he is. So I would say if you're in a very fun and flirty kind of place and you just up and meet someone and he gives off that kind of character, do know that you're not going to force him into anything. You're not going to force him into a relationship, anything. You're not going to make him do anything that he's not interested or he doesn't want to do, any of that stuff. And going back to this person who may want to call, but something is telling them not to, they want to. They feel like you may just be out there doing all kind of stuff, because that might be how they see you. Like, yeah, I know that he's into this, he's up to this, or she's up to that. And as much as they really want to, they may be saying no. Either no, because Scorpio will not commit to me and I'm not going to tolerate anything different, or no, because Scorpio wants me to commit to them and I'm not just going to be forced into anything. So that's that. And for some of you Scorpio ladies, woo, muy caliente. You're very, very hot, ladies. Very hot. That's what I have for Scorpios. Now let's look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Life is about to change. For good. Okay? Life is about to change for good. Get ready. Ready or not, right? Life is coming. It's happening. Stay the course. Stay the course. I don't give a damn how stressful, how much, whatever the processes that you're going through right now. Stay the course. Stay the course. You may be feeling blah. You may feel like, it's all on you. You may not be so sure about where things are going. Okay. And some of you could be hell-bent and focused on something that didn't materialize. It didn't come into fruition. It didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. But that may be your focus. Be careful of focusing on indulging, drinking, that one thing, right? Because it could definitely be deterring you from a lot of opportunities, and try to see through the opportunities. You're feeling strong, though. You're holding back. You may also be overpowering people. You could come across a little bit bullying, but you may feel like you have to do it. You have to stay on top of things and control things, situations, but you could be turning people off. Not just turning them off, but also leaving a bad taste in their mouth, leaving a taste in their mouth that still lingers with them. You're protected, so that's a good thing. I do see working or maybe having to work with others could be a bit of a challenge for you coming up. Your working environment could be very challenging or problematic. You may feel like everything is okay. Other people could be looking at you. I want to see something because I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this whole other thing. Mm-hmm. They may, people could be looking at you like you're a bitch. They may feel like you're making things harder than what it needs to be. They may feel like they can't read you. Yeah, there could be that. And I do feel like for some of you, what I love in this reading is that you're really going within, and some of you are really relying on who you should, which is God. Um, and you are kind of keeping to yourself. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. I do see whatever this is, whether it is you that's going through it and you're seeing people for who they are and you're seeing situations for who it is, and everything may not feel so sure, because Sagittarius are usually a very knowing sign. They know, they're sure, they go and they get, right? Right now, life may not feel so sure. Everything may feel a little bit challenging. People could be misreading you, or working together with others could be very challenging. Whether it be people don't trust you, you don't trust them, it could be very challenging. And again, it's that bad taste in people's mouths that could be left behind, as well as you too, right? But it is your prayer, and it is at your core. There's I keep saying blessing, and there's protection, and there's things that people don't know, right? That internally, and God and the bigger picture is aware of. And that's why it's important to stay the course. I feel led to share more. It's saying, and what do you do to go to kind of be seen better with people? Maybe open up a bit, share your fears of what all you're going through. For some of you, you may need a good cry, or you may need to cry with others. Also, embrace others in a friendly sort of way and accept help when help is being given to you, that sort of thing. But some of you may say, I tried that, I did that, and it came back to sting me. No, I'm not going to do it. It's that sort of thing, because you may feel like it has to be done around the same people where there's conflict, there's strife, there's that sort of thing. So you do what you feel is best for you. But one thing I have to tell you, you have to pray. Keep the energies light and pray, 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 pray. And if you're praying and you have a true understanding and knowing, there's nothing to fear, because you may feel like you're fearful, you're scared, you're not so sure, will it all work out? But it's going to work out. Whatever this is, it's going to work out. If you're in a relationship, or a relationship is coming about and you're like, no, I don't trust it, there's other people, and that sort of thing, do know that in the future, it's going to be the two of you. It's going to be the two of you. It's just going to be the two of you. And I do see that you have someone here who's going to be able to help. Yes, there's going to be a decision. Do we really make this work? Do we turn this into something real? Can we be that sort of thing? If you have a business partnership with more than two people, it can dwindle to just two people, you and another person. And as far as a relationship is concerned, there's a great opportunity for you to work with someone. They're going to work with you, you work with them, and it's a great marriage that's coming up in some sense. Something that's very stable and very solid, very stable, very solid, something you can trust. And if there's been third party, you've been feeling like you've been passed up, other people is more important than you when it comes to an intimate relationship or someone that's important to you, and that's what this is about, well, your time is coming, because you and this person is going to become one, and it's going to be equal, at least for a good 6 months. It's going to be equal, and it's going to feel very equal. That's what I have for Sagittarius. Let's do Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, so you're going to fall in love with them. So be careful. They're scared to fall in love, okay, with you. So they're trying to control their feelings. If this is a new person, and I do see someone could be up on offer, and your tolerance could be very short. But it's saying to take your time. Take your time, keep your emotions in check, and give them time. Because they're just scared to love. There's that. You're thinking about dropping something. Some of you may have felt like, hold on, guys. Some of you may have felt like you have lost money. You have to give something up. You're going to have to let something go. And you may also feel like you're not going to do something. You're not going to do it. You feel unmotivated by the situation. You have to let it go. You're not going to do it. You're going to cut it out and you're going to go at it alone. So this could be speaking to this person, and that may be the cause of it because they're having a hard time opening their heart. And you know that you're going to start to have feelings for this person. So there's that conundrum. And so some of you, this could be what's going on, where it's like, no, I'm not going to rely on you. I'm not going to default to you. I'm not even going to trust you. I'm not going to let you in. I'm going to cut you out and I'll do it all on my own. I do see things being very frustrating because of it, right? And whoever this person is, they find themselves trying to tuck their tail in between their leg and come back to you. Try to make it right. It could be you, them, or them, you. Either way, it's going to be difficult because whoever the person, that's coming back, they feel very intimidated by the other person. For some of you, it could just very much be that you're frustrated, and everything in life may seem to be a bit of a frustration because this transition in life, somebody cut you off, and now it's like, okay, fine, I'll just do it. Fine, okay, we're not together, we're not doing it. I just have to depend on myself. Fine. Or someone is doing that to you. Either way, I do see things kind of feeling a little rocky, and I'm getting this from a lot of signs, so you're not alone, but feeling a little rocky for the next couple of weeks up to 2 months time. I do feel like for a lot of people, the summertime is a very eye-opening, life-changing time, and then people start to settle in with whatever is happening in their life in Virgo season. For those of you out there, this could definitely speak to money being a little bit challenging out of nowhere. You may find that you could be a bit intimidating at the workplace where it's hard for people to kind of approach you. At least that's what they're coming up with, that sort of thing, right? And if your workplace is problematic and you may be getting let go, don't worry. Don't worry, because you're going to find something else. I want to say within a month's time of being let go, that sort of thing, and it will yield more income for you. For some of you, be a great opportunity for you to start your own business, something for yourself. And you may start to see it flourish in about 3 to 4 months time. Yes, you're going to have to put some money into a situation. Yes, you're going to have to kind of figure all of this shit out by yourself, and it could be aggravating, and you may not have time for love and other people, and they may be in their feelings about it. But it's like, listen, you're just going to have to shut it down and do what you know you need to do, because that's where life is headed for you, and that's where your better place is. So again, people may not understand that you're shutting everyone down. You're making hard choices that people may not agree with. Let them talk. Let them feel whatever they feel, because whatever this is, Caps, I see that it's necessary. You have to do it. You may not trust other people to do it. You may have in the past, and it's like it didn't pan out, so fuck it, I'm doing it myself. Yeah, don't come over here, just leave me alone, that type of thing. And although, like, again, it may make you come across one way, it may make you all of the things, but in a long run, it is going to be the best thing for you. It really will, and there's going to be no stopping you. But it will require for you to take some breaks, some mental breaks, right, to check in with yourself to make sure that you're okay. And I have to tell you, during this process, you may find two things could happen here, right? So during this process, you can leave someone behind or lose someone in the process, but they weren't meant to be anyway. So it's kind of like just separating who's supposed to be versus who's not. But also in that time of you doing things for yourself or just doing it all on your own, there's a period to which you do not communicate with someone. And I feel like in that time of break, right, there's confidence that's gained. There's a fuller understanding that's gained. And whoever this person once was, they may not even have much importance to you in the future. It could be you, them. It could be you, them. It's whoever that has to kind of go at it alone and do it on their own, in spite of someone claiming that they can help, or someone claiming that they're sorry, and someone that sort of thing. Just kind of having to go at it alone and do it on their own. It's that person that kind of will realize that it's better that they did, because they get so much more out of it, and they're able to kind of default to themselves, which is going to be a more exhilarating feeling. Why? Because we have North Node in Aries, and as time goes on within the next year and a half, everyone's going to want to move toward their own self-sufficiency, independence, in spite of anyone else. And not necessarily wanting to couple or partner with others, but again, like I said, move in their own right. That Aries energy, you know how it goes. That's what I have for Capricorn. Now let's go to Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, so new love is coming. Okay, new love is coming, and take time for yourself. You don't have to worry about that. You will be taking time for yourself. Stress. I do see stress or overthinking about a situation. Can't eat, can't sleep. You may have insomnia. This could be, damn, what is this about? This is about a decision that needs to be made. A woman holding back from someone, not really knowing where you stand with that situation. For some of you, you could be entertaining or being entertained by others. You may be trying to be cordial, but there's some issues. So you may be trying to move on with your life, right? In spite of a lot of other things that's going on in your life. It doesn't have to be love related. It could be anything where it's like you have something stressful that's on your mind. But in spite of that, you're still out here being social and doing your thing and being pleasant. You know, a lot of people may be none the wiser. Be careful with your drinking. I do see drinking and indulging is only going to add to the confusion, the mental stress, and feeling lack when you're sober. Okay, so try to deal with all of this stress in as sober of a mind and body as you can, because then you really will be a force to be reckoned with, right? And so there's that. Now you are going to start to feel some anxiety and worry about whatever the stress is. It will turn into anxiety, worry, and feeling like you're kind of like spent. You're ready for things to change. You're ready for things to get better. And you may feel like someone's watching you, questioning you, or you could find yourself watching and looking into something, probing, trying to find out what the hell is going on, especially if you don't feel so sure. Some of you could be pregnant. You may suspect someone's pregnant. You suspect someone's up to something. Someone could be you, that sort of thing. I do see a child here or pregnancy, so be careful. Someone could easily get pregnant, including you, so be careful with that. I do see that you're going to be very confused because, again, you're not so sure about where everything is going to pan out, how you feel, or if you discover something, what does this all mean and where things are going to go for you. So a lot of uncertainty I see coming up and I see happening right now, but also coming up, for you guys. But don't worry, because it is going to work in your favor. And I'm telling most signs that just right now feels very uncomfortable, whatever this is, but it's going to kind of pan out in a real sort of way down the line. And for some of you, it becomes very obvious that it's time for you to get up, move, and make life about you. This may be, I'm driving, straight ahead to a successful career for myself. I'm going to make it happen with my business. I'm taking a trip or travel. Yes, I'm going to go at it alone. I see a lot of going at things alone for you, Aquarius, coming up, and being happy about it. Being happy that you made whatever these moves that you're making, being happy that you made these moves. And you'll look back and say, I've never felt so much happier and content with life, and happy that I'm in this space in life, even though it was a hell of a place to get here. It's like, it was stressful to get to this place. It was a hell of a job to get here. But once you get there, you'll look back and say, I'm so happy that I did it, because kind of don't owe anyone anything. And it's paying off. It's paying off financially. It's paying off with you feeling very content, happy about where you are in life. And this is an exciting time. You're going to be feeling like life is exciting. And I do feel like a lot of it will happen in Leo season. So like July, August time, it's just like, it's going to be like all systems go. It's all about me. I'm really happy in the place that I'm at right now. And, like I said, whatever the stress and strife was, it all paid off in the end. It's all going to pay off. So you not need worry, Aquarius. What I have for you guys. Now let's look at Pisces. Pisces. Well, the tables have turned. Someone's hurt now. So whoever you've been jonesing over, hurt over, feeling whatever, now they're feeling it. Okay, so the tables have turned. That's that. Now I do see some good stuff coming. You are one of the rare signs where things right now may be going in your favor. Some of you could be celebrating, really enjoying life, or you have an opportunity to. There's opportunity that's coming up for you, particularly probably in like Cancer season. So the end of June, July time, where there's going to be a lot of good times to get out and socialize and spend time with people and really just enjoy yourself and have a great time. Come together and align with other people, but in a very successful sort of way. It could be something for you to celebrate. It could be a business launch, could be a new job, could be work life just really works for you, and you may feel like you're establishing yourself, and whatever you're doing now, like you're establishing something that is going to be for the long term, possibly, especially if you're doing it right. If you're doing everything right, like you're crossing your T's, you're dotting your I's, you're not doing anything unethical. You can find yourself like, yeah, this is solidified in this now, and this is really going to be the fabric of my life in the future. Whatever this is, could be like I've made new friends, or this job, friendship, or budding new love can turn into like something real. And that's what you're kind of calling in. So there's that. I do see a Sagittarius very heavy. So if you're meeting a Sagittarius, do know that all life is about to change for both of you, because they had life is going to change for them. And I do see in your cards that life is going to change for you too. There may be in the next 3 years that people will be on the sidelines really angry at how life has turned around for you. And life is really going to be turning around. They may look at you and feel like everything you touch turns to gold. Some of you may be kind of giving in to some type of religion that is controversial, we'll say. And that may be all the protection that you need. For some of you, prayer and really aligning yourself spiritually is going to be very important for you, because you will attract haters. You will attract people who are evil and can do and will do just about anything. But I do see some form of protection being placed upon you. So that's really great for you, Pisces. I'm like, where did that come from? Just came from out of nowhere. There you go. It just came to me. I see it right here and I'm saying it. So a fire sign, like I said, some of you are going to be driven and have a lot of drive. There could be someone who is a literal fire sign that's coming back into your life, wanting peace and making things right. This could just be exchanging children, and it's like, okay, I have the kids now, you have the kids, or my baby's coming back, that sort of thing, because children here could be a focus as well. But I do see a great opportunity. To come back together with someone. This person is someone who may have felt indifferent in the past, like they really didn't care, and now they may be trying to make something real happen between the two of you. They could also just be wanting to make things right? And they probably don't want to miss the boat. For some of you, small percentage of you, this could be someone coming back in. And I get a fire sign trying to come back in because in their life is hell. Somebody's giving them the blues, and they remember that you and them were just so good together, and they could be coming in trying to recreate what used to be. Okay. This person could be married, so be careful. It's saying that you may, especially if this person, hold on, I understand what's going on here. If this is someone that you know from your past that has been very problematic in the past with you, be careful. I don't care if you have kids with them or whatever. Be careful, because you have something better coming your way. You do have down the line, once you finally, and this is like a karmic thing that's going to happen for you, Pisces, where you guys are going to have an opportunity to give someone a chance, right? This could be a new person coming in, but they're no different than the other, or someone from your past that's coming in, trying to act like things are different, but they're pretty much the same person. Once you emotionally disconnect and move on from that and get yourself out there, and when you disconnect from this person, you're going to immediately have that feeling to want to get out and go and be and date and just have fun, is when you meet an earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be those signs, but someone who is very stable, who's kind of one note, loyal person, can be trusted. Someone who knows how to invest in themselves and others. This is someone who doesn't play any games, and whatever they give, they want to be given as well. You may not be so sure. It's like a mess when you just keep pulling cards, right? Because you're like, oops. You may not be so sure about this person, and it could just be a lot of ragamuffin. So be careful, I want to say, Pisces, right now, because whether this is a familiar person or an older person, especially if you have children with them or you've known them, I do feel like life is telling you to not, life is going to be kind of testing you to see if you're truly ready for how you're showing up in life, right? So you're showing up in a very ethically sound place. You are going to kind of like attract narcissists, people who want to undo the good things that you have going for yourself. And it can come, and because maybe in other areas it wasn't successful. Now love can come in and try to test you to see, are you really going to stay the course and stay, high character, moral fiber, that sort of thing? Or are you going to kind of like fall off the wagon and give someone a go who really kind of doesn't deserve it and could be a waste of your time? And completely is going to derail you. Completely is going to derail you, get all in your head and that sort of thing. So maybe you might want to dial it back, focus on you, and what brings you successes, and maybe kind of table love, especially if you know whomever is coming into your life, you may be weak for. That's what I have for you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. Check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.